Welcome everybody to the final show of WWE 2K25 and welcome to the final Smackdown, not only before WrestleMania but the final Smackdown of the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode series. And because it's been an incredible ride this series and we're about to end it here tonight with a jam-packed Smackdown as Paradise, Nevada is the location of the final show of WWE 2K25 and because the new era will be starting with WWE 2K26. And because the final Smackdown, like I said, is coming to you live in Paradise, Nevada for tonight's Smackdown. And how fitting is that the final show of the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode will be closing out with what people called him Superstar of the Season in John Cena. That's right, John Cena is competing in his final match on SmackDown. Of course, 2 days before his retirement match against Gunther at WrestleMania Night 2. And of course, his final match on SmackDown will be against his longtime archenemy in Randy Orton. And that will be taking place, and that will be our final match of the WWE 2K25 Universe Mode series, as that will be taking place in our main event later tonight. But before we get to that, we're going to be starting the show off with Damian Priest versus Solo Sikoa. And that will kick off tonight's SmackDown in Paradise, Nevada. So without further delay, let's get into the Damian Priest versus Solo Sikoa match. And of course, this is looking to be a big send-off in Universe Mode. But of course, we're going to start off the show tonight with Damian Priest versus Solo Sikoa. And of course, Damian Priest, he's got his thing with Finn Balor coming up this weekend. And it was confirmed that Damian Priest will take on Finn Balor at WrestleMania. And of course, Damian Priest is on the track of going after the Judgment Day as of recently, because he was able to get his hands on JD McDonough and Finn Balor back at Saturday Night Main Event. And now the stage has been set for the WrestleMania encounter. But of course, Damian Priest tonight is focusing on the man that also has a match with Jacob Fatu, and that is Solo Sikoa. Of course, Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu has been feuding ever since Solo Sikoa kicked Jacob Fatu out of his bloodline after Jacob Fatu was unable to qualify for the WWE Championship #1 Contenders Elimination Chamber match back in January. And as for Damian Priest, well, obviously we talked about this. And it's been going on since he lost his United States Championship match to Ricky Saints at the Elimination Chamber. And of course, out next is Solo Sikoa with no Tamatanga and no Tonga Loa. And of course, fans chanting, "You're going nowhere." And of course, so far, WrestleMania is looking stacked at the moment. Of course, and of course, you of course do have Cena's retirement match. And of course, Cena is of course going to be in the main event tonight for the final time on SmackDown. As of course, this is his last SmackDown match. Of course, and despite of the last couple of weeks, Cena of course had his last Monday Night Raw match against Braun Breaker. Of course, Braun Breaker would claim that was his biggest feud that raised him up to the main event scene, despite not becoming WWE Champion when they first feuded in 2023. But regardless, and of course he's going up against his longtime enemy, Randy Orton. So, who do you got winning tonight? Damian Priest Oh, Solo Sikoa with the reversal there. Solo Sikoa, another reversal there by Solo Sikoa. Solo Sikoa is looking to do everything. Because what he's on Damien Priest's mind here. Uh-oh! This doesn't end well for Solo! Damien Priest going for the pin. Kick out. Uh-oh! Solo Sikoa going for the roll-up! Kick out! Kick out! Oh, Damien Priest, Solo Sikoa. Kick out. Another kick out. Now Solo Sikoa looking to try and get a count-out victory. Just days before his showdown with Jacob Fatu this weekend in Las Vegas for WrestleMania. Uh-oh! This is not looking good for... Uh-oh! Solo Sikoa with another roll-up! Uh-oh! Damien Priest with a reversal there! Uh-oh, here we go! Salve of Heavens connects! Here we go! Kick out! Uh-oh, here we go, another Salve of Heavens, another Salve of Heavens connect. Another kick out, how is Solo? And they go for the pin. And it's over as Damien Priest gets the victory. Now, of course, Damien Priest is ready for Finn Balor at WrestleMania. And of course, Priest gets the best of Solo Sikoa to begin tonight's SmackDown. And of course, is he ready for Finn Balor this weekend? Only time can tell. And of course, he gets the win to begin SmackDown here tonight. Hold on! What's going on? Someone turn the lights on! Because we got to see what's going on! And of course, the lights is turned back on as Damian Priest is in the ring, of course, still on his victory. But what was that? Oh my! What was it? That's the Demon! Demon Finn Balor's here! We're not waiting till WrestleMania as that Demon is getting his hands on Damian Priest! I think Finn Balor knows what was his backup in this whole battle with Damian Priest. And I bet he was talking about the plan, about what can he do to take down Damian Priest. I think he all knows what he needed, and that's the Demon! And I cannot believe what we just saw to kick off SmackDown tonight. I cannot believe what we just saw to kick off tonight's SmackDown. Damian Priest beats Solo Sikoa, and then he gets to meet an unknown gift known as the Demon. What a chaos way to begin SmackDown here tonight. Well, cause I would like to talk about two big things. Obviously, let's start with my longtime enemy, John Cena. Because I've heard Cena that tonight this is his final SmackDown, and I am his opponent, which is kind of fitting considering 4 years ago I took the WWE Championship away from him at the 2K22 Money in the Bank event when I was in a triple threat match with him and Bobby Lashley, and then I won the title, and of course Cena then of course got his rematch at Clash at the Castle. Well, unfortunately he was unsuccessful because Roman Reigns cashed it on me. And then he had another shot at day one. Well, I was feuding with Bobby Lashley at the time, when I costed Lashley his Intercontinental Championship. Then, of course, as me and Cena did have various counters when we were on SmackDown in late 2020, at the end of 2024, and going into early 2025, before last year's WrestleMania. And of course, with him going out on a bang this weekend, of course, I expect him to go out with a bang. And of course, I'm his final opponent on SmackDown tonight. But let's talk about my WrestleMania opponent in Cody Rhodes, who is apparently teaming up with his longtime archenemy, Roman Reigns, to battle Legacy. And of course, I'm feeling very disgusted about what has Ethan Page and Austin Theory done. Where of course they keep losing. Where of course we were supposed to be taking over SmackDown. Unfortunately, Seth derailed all of that from happening. And then the worst part, Reigns destroyed it when he beat me at Elimination Chamber and at Bad Blood. And this weekend, and then it got worse when Cody said he was targeting me to continue where we left off because we didn't have our match at Bad Blood because I took out Cody on the night before on SmackDown, causing the last man standing match to be taken off the PLE. And of course, we are finally going to have it 3 months later at WrestleMania this weekend. Cody, whatever condition you're going to be after you team up with Roman tonight, you better get ready because you are not walking out of Las Vegas with the win. Because when I'm done, when I destroy you this weekend in the last man standing match, I will be getting back that WWE Championship no matter who's the champion after WrestleMania. It doesn't matter if it's Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins, because I will be WWE Champion once again. So, of course, Randy Orton, of course, getting some words going into his match with John Cena in our main event tonight. And, of course, what is he going to do to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania? And, of course, will Orton ever become WWE Champion again? Only time to tell. Speaking of Randy Orton, his WrestleMania opponent, Cody Rhodes, will team up with the WWE Champion and his longtime enemy, Roman Reigns, to battle Legacy Sisters, Ethan Page, and Austin Theory. And of course, can Roman and Cody get along, or will there be some miscommunication between both men? We'll find out as these two will team up to take on Legacy, and that takes place up next here on SmackDown. As we are back live here on Friday Night SmackDown, as we are getting ready for a tag team match, which is Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Austin Theory and Ethan Page from Legacy. It is very weird to see Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes teaming up in big 2026 for the WWE. And of course, these two were feuding 4 years ago. they were feuding 4 years ago, which started with Cody Rhodes' debut match at Payback that year, and then they had the rematch on the following SmackDown, and then they had a Hell in a Cell match. Then they continued it. Then the feud restarted. Then, I mean, we're just gonna let Roman do his own thing. Then of course, they took a break for several months following Hell in a Cell, and then they started back up in early 2023, when of course Roman Reigns was the WWE champion. Of course, when he cashed in at Clash at the Castle, then Cody Rhodes won the Royal Rumble, and then these two were in the main event of 2K23's WrestleMania event, where Cody Rhodes won the title. Then Reigns would be in undercard rivalries until they started it back up again in the summer of 2023, when Cody was the WWE champion, when he had three challengers on his side, and that is of course Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and John Cena. Then these two of course would have the final match at Night of Champions in 2K23, where Cody Rhodes would beat Roman Reigns in the last man standing match to end their saga. And of course, believe it or not, these two are now teaming up. Because I don't think they met after the Hell in a Cell match, after the last man standing match at Night of Champions in 2K23. And of course, I mean, Cody Rhodes, I had a word with him today about what is his thinking going to be going into WrestleMania. And his plan would be that after he's done with Randy Orton at WrestleMania, he's looking, no matter who's the champion, whether that's Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins, he's looking to regain what he never lost, but was forced to give it up due to an injury, and that is the WWE title. Will he be able to do it after WrestleMania? We're gonna have to wait and see. Of course, what is on Roman's mind going into this weekend, where he's got a big title defense against his former Shield brother in Seth Rollins. And you know, it's ironic that someone who won the Elimination Chamber is getting a Night 2 main event, while the Royal Rumble winner is getting a Night 1 main event. While of course the Women's Royal Rumble winner is of course in one of the big matches on Night 2. So far, Night 2 is looking stacked to Night 1. Because you got one big matches on Night 2. Of course, you got Styles' Open Challenge, Cody versus Orton, AJ versus Stephanie, Roman Reigns, and Cena versus Gunther. And that is a stacked WrestleMania card. While on Night 1, you got Drew McIntyre over Funny, Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Finn Balor versus Damian Priest, CM Punk, Brock Lesnar, and Aleister Black and Braun Breaker in the main event. That is some stacked cards we got for WrestleMania. And of course, keep in mind, It is now being announced. Well, I mean, not really. I mean, thought about something, but we don't know. Of course, what is on Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns' mind here. Of course, out next is Legacy. Randy Orton, Ethan Page, and Austin Theory. Because Legacy is looking to try and redeem themselves from 2 weeks ago, where they didn't stand a chance against Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins. And these two are going to be in the match again. But a big boot to begin the match. As Roman, he's heading to the middle rope now. As Roman brings some aggression to Austin Theory, heading into WrestleMania. And now Reigns is going after Ethan Page. And now Reigns is targeting Ethan Page. Big boot on his way back to the ring. Austin Theory with the reversal there. Uh-oh, Austin Theory with the pin. And Reigns. As Cody Rhodes. Got his hands on Ethan Page. Reversal by Ethan. Samoan splash, if you will. Reigns with a reversal there. Uh-oh, here we go. Spear to Austin Theory. Alright, here we go for the pin. Kick out. Cody Rhodes makes the tag. Clothesline. Uh-oh. Cody Rhodes. Clothesline. And down goes Austin Theory. And there's now chaos at ringside. Cody Rhodes going after Ethan Page. As Reigns going after Theory. As Cody Rhodes heading back to the ring. And Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns gets the best out of Legacy via count out. Of course, Reigns and Cody, they may have not gotten the clean win over Legacy, but of course, Roman and Cody was able to get the job done. As what could be on the mindset of both men heading into WrestleMania. We're going to have to wait and see as these two get the win here tonight on SmackDown. As these two stand tall. Live on March 14th and March 15th will be the first pay-per-view, aka Premier Live event, whatever you want to call it, for 2K26, as it is WrestleMania, as WrestleMania will be taking place in Las Vegas between two nights. And of course, you do not want to miss the first PLE of 2K26, named WrestleMania, coming your way on Saturday, March 14th and March 15th, respectively, live on YouTube. As we're back live here on SmackDown, as we are getting ready for one-on-one action, as it'll be one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions, Penta, teaming up with, versus Pete Dunne. Because these two will be in the tag team title match at WrestleMania. And of course, Penta and Rey Fenix, of course, won the tag team titles on Elimination Chamber, and Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate defeated the Street Profits to earn the shot at the tag team titles at WrestleMania. And of course, that sounds like a big tag team match to take place at the granddaddy of them all. And of course, what could be on the main set of the Lucha Bros? And of course, we are getting a preview of the match tonight, and it is Pete Dunne versus Penta. And of course, it's ironic to see the New Catch Republic on the WrestleMania this year, considering that they weren't doing really a whole lot when they were on the Raw brand, and now they are on the, and then of course they were transferred in place of the New Day to SmackDown, and now they are getting a shot, the big shot of a lifetime at WrestleMania. Has who do you got winning? Penta or Tyler Bate? Let's head into this match. Crowd is probably ready for this match. Has Penta bringing it to Pete Dunne. New catch, Pete Dunne with the reversal there. Super kick there. Another reversal there. As Pete Dunne gets Tyler Bate back in the ring. Pete Dunne gets back to his feet. Uh-oh, the gloves are off, as they love to say it. Shout out to Batman for that line in Injustice. Here we go for the pin, kick out. That's Pete Dunne. Oh, we've also done by Penta. We've also got by Pete Dunne. Body slender. Kick out. Another kick out. As what is... Oh, Pete Dunne reverses. As... What? Uh-oh. Reversal there. Penta reverses, and he's tied off Pete Dunne's theatrics. As Penta Penta, we're going to finally do it. Could this be it for Pete Dunne? And it's over as Penta gets the win. Good match between him and Pete Dunne here on Smackdown tonight. Of course, will this be the sign of what is to come at WrestleMania? We're going to have to wait and see. Good match between both Pete Dunne and Penta, despite Pete Dunne dominating most of the match. And of course, Penta gets the win. As will we be looking at the Lucha Bros still the tag team champions after WrestleMania? We'll have to wait and see as they get the win. Good match between both teams, between both Penta and Pete Dunne here tonight. As we are now switching gears, folks, as coming up next, we got a Crown Jewel rematch happening, as Bianca Belair, the WWE Women's Champion, will go one-on-one with Alexa Bliss, as can Bianca Belair gain momentum going into her Women's title defense this weekend against Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, or will Rhea Ripley make her presence known? 24 hours away from the showdown on WrestleMania Saturday. We'll find out as we will be getting a crown jewel rematch between Bianca Belair and Alexa Bliss, and that takes place up next here on SmackDown. Roman, last week you may have gotten the best out of me in that face-to-face. But of course, have fun thinking about what you're going to do to me this Sunday at Night 2's WrestleMania. Because, obviously, you were the one that ruined my chances during my last stint on SmackDown in 2023, when you got yourself involved, alongside John Cena, Braun Breaker, and Finn Balor, at me beating Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship. And now that Cody's not the champion, and we're looking at, and then the four guys we are looking at, of course, Balor, who just came back as the Demon, and is using his Demon stuff to battle Damian Priest, Braun Breaker, who's in Night 1's main event, and John Cena, who will be retiring in the main event of Night 2. Of course, Cody's not the champion at the moment because of Randy Orton's theatrics that cost him out of bad blood. Of course, Roman, you had your fun, and it was all great. But of course, everyone is ready for me to finally finish my story. And that after this Sunday, I will be walking into the new era of 2K26 as the WWE Champion, like I should have done back in 2K24. So Seth Rollins, of course, is making promises that he's looking to finish his story and finally become the WWE Champion to make up for what happened when he was on SmackDown last time, doing his last stint on SmackDown. Can he do it, or will Roman hold the championship for the next couple of months? We'll find out as these two will battle it out for the championship tomorrow night at WrestleMania. This Sunday, sorry. And of course, Seth Rollins, of course, some words he's got there going into this Sunday, where he wrestles Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship. And of course, will be walking out of Las Vegas as champion again, and back on top, only time can tell. Anyways, we're getting ready for our Crown Jewel rematch, and it is Bianca Belair versus Alexa Bliss, as these two did wrestle back at Crown Jewel last October, and now they are running it back a day before Bianca's title defense against Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. And of course, we still do have our main event to come in John Cena versus Randy Orton in John Cena's last match on SmackDown. And it's been a crazy ride this season. And of course, we do have 2 more matches left, and we'll be done with WWE 2K25. And of course, 2K26 is where the new era of Universe Mode begins, with 2K26 and WrestleMania. Out next, and our opponent tonight is someone who is not going to be on WrestleMania this year. It's been a while since Alexa Bliss has been on a WrestleMania card. And this year she will not be on the WrestleMania card. And of course Alright, who do you got winning? Crowd is chanting EST here tonight. Match begins. Spear by Bianca Belair. Another spear connects. Uh-oh. Bliss stopped the third spear from happening. Oh, another failed attempt at doing a spear. Clotheslander. As Alexa Bliss. Reversal there by Alexa Bliss. Why? Frog splash there by Alexa Bliss. Crook out. Uh-oh, Alexa Bliss with the reversal there. Another spear. Uh-oh, here we go. Kiss of Death connect. Kick out. Oh, slap to the face by Bianca Belair to Alexa Bliss. Frog splash connects. Here we go for the better. Kick out. Uh-oh, Alexa Bliss. Look at the other thing to get the win. Another spear connects. As Bianca Belair. Uh-oh, here we go with Kiss of Death once again. Another Kiss of Death. Here we go. Will that be enough to put Alexa Bliss away? And it is, as Bianca Belair picks up the victory here tonight on SmackDown. And of course, could this be what Rhea Ripley will be on for tomorrow night at WrestleMania? We're gonna have to wait and see. Good match between both ladies. And of course, what is on Bianca Belair's mind heading into WrestleMania? We're gonna have to wait and see as she gets the win here tonight. As could she do the same thing to Rhea Ripley tomorrow, or will we get a new champion in Rhea Ripley? We'll have to wait and see. As Bianca Belair stands tall over after a victory against Alexa Bliss here tonight on SmackDown.
If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and then turn your notification bell on so you don't miss any content provided by
As it is now time for the WrestleMania rundown about what is going on in both nights. As of course, this is the first show of WWE 2K25, and that will be WrestleMania. As of course, kicking off night one, Drew McIntyre and Oba Femi looks to settle things in a no-holds-barred match. Bianca Belair defends the WWE Women's Championship against Rhea Ripley. Ricky Saints defends his United States Championship against Johnny Gargano. Motor City Machine Guns defends their World Tag Team Championships against the New Day and the Usos in a triple threat tag team ladder match. Solo Sikoa will go one-on-one with former Bloodline member Jacob Fatu. It is now been confirmed Finn Balor will bring in the Demon to battle Damian Priest. Javon Evans defends his Cruiserweight Championship against Charlie Dempsey. CM Punk faces Brock Lesnar in a Sin City Street Fight match. And in the main event of Night 1, Aleister Black will defend his World Heavyweight Championship against the 2026 Men's Royal Rumble winner and Aleister Black. Now, cause it's time to go over to Night 2, as kicking off Night 2, we will be looking at a Women's Tag Team TLC match for the Women's Tag Team titles, as it will be Becky Lynch and Charlotte defend against Fallon Henley and JC Jane and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. AJ Styles issues a WrestleMania Open Challenge. Sol Ruka defends her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Via Hell. Cody Rhodes will take on Randy Orton in a last man standing match. Of course, the same match we were going to have back at Bad Blood. However, the difference is this isn't for the WWE Championship. The Lucha Bros defends the WWE Tag Team Championship against the New Catch Republic. Sheamus defends his Intercontinental Championship against Rusev. Stephanie McMahon defends her Women's World Championship against AJ Lee in one of our 3 main events, actually, because that is now going to be one of our 3 main events on Night 2. Our second main event of Night 2 will be Roman Reigns defending the WWE Championship against Seth Rollins. And in our final main event of Night 2, John Cena has his retirement match against Gunther, as that is a rundown for the first PLE of WWE 2K26 in WrestleMania, as you do not want to miss it, as it comes your way on March 14th and 15th respectively, as you do not want to miss WrestleMania. As ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the final match here in the WWE 2K25 Universe mode and the final main event of SmackDown in 2K25. And let's not forget John Cena's final SmackDown match, as he will take on his archenemy Randy Orton. As who will win? Will Cena win in his last match on SmackDown, or will Randy Orton, who's been arguably one of the MVPs in the WWE 2K25 Universe mode series, close out his season with a victory on the final SmackDown of 2K25, as we'll find out, as it is our final main event of SmackDown in WWE 2K25 Universe mode, and that's taking place in our main event up next. As of course, this season has been a massive roller coaster, and of course we'll be starting all new March 14th and March 15th at WrestleMania. As it is now time for the final match in WWE 2K25, and it is John Cena's last SmackDown match, and his opponent will be his longtime enemy, Randy Orton. I bet people are not ready for John Cena to ride off to the sunset, considering he's been one of the MVPs here in this season, of course with the shocking heel turn at Money in the Bank, and then his World Heavyweight Championship win at SummerSlam. And then, of course, match of the year candidates for CM Punk, Roman Reigns, AJ Styles, and Sami Zayn at Bad Blood. And of course, he'll be riding off to the sunset with a match with Gunther at WrestleMania. And of course, Gunther is competing in his first PLE match in a very long time, as I believe the Elimination Chamber of last year was his last PLE match. I can't remember. And of course, John Cena's all fired up. And up next, it is Randy Orton. Of course, Randy Orton, who of course had the same premise that he did at the end of last season, where his premise was to take the WWE Championship from CM Punk. And he did that at Backlash. And then of course he would go on to defend against Ilya Dragunov. And then he would have the feud with Seth Rollins that would lead to a match between the two at King and Queen of the Ring, which is pretty much a rehash of their SummerSlam feud in 2K24, except it was for the WWE Championship in this season. But on 2K24, it was for the World Heavyweight Championship, because these two were on the Raw brand. Then of course he defended against not only Rollins, but CM Punk at Money in the Bank. And then he dropped it to Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. And then he tried to regain the title multiple times, but it failed. And now he's going to have the match he was going to have with Cody Rhodes back in December at Bad Blood at WrestleMania. However, it will not be for the WWE Championship, just like the Bad Blood match was going to be. Because of course, Orton injured Cody before the PLE, causing the match to not be for the title. But of course, Cody did make a promise, alongside Orton, that when they are done with each other at WrestleMania, one of these two, whoever walks away with the victor at WrestleMania, will be looking to become WWE Champion again. As will those words be true? Well, I mean, we're going to find out. Of course, who do you got winning in the final match of 2K25? Randy Orton or John Cena? John Cena! Crossbody maneuver there! Randy Orton, bring it to John Cena. Reversal there. John Cena, Randy Orton's going ruthless on John Cena. It's kind of astonishing we're mentioning ruthless, considering John Cena was the one that started off the ruthless aggression era. Springboard stunner there by John Cena. Press connects by Randy Orton. And of course, these two, the last time they met, I believe, was in early last year, when Orton was still on his agenda to becoming WWE Champion. But of course, he was feuding with Roman Reigns at the time, while John Cena was in the Royal Rumble to try and earn a WrestleMania match for the WWE Championship, even though he did, but it was via the Chamber. Reversal there by Randy Orton. Reversal there by John Cena. Drop kick connects. Because John Cena is now going to have to get Orton out of the ropes in order to do what he thinks he has coming up. Randy Orton getting out of the deep, pretty much. John Cena heading to the top. He was thinking about top rope 5 knuckle shuffle, but now that's been derailed. Here we go. 5 knuckle shuffle time. 5 knuckle shuffle as what could be good for be thinking about heading into this weekend. Randy Orton, roll up! John Cena with a reversal. John Cena! It's an adjustment! Will this be enough to put Randy Orton away in our final match in WWE 2K25? Look, John Cena having a hard time getting to Randy Orton, but he does get to him. Will that be it? After one attitude adjustment, you would think that would be it? No, you would not, as he kicks out. And of course, Orton, he's got some mind that he would like to show Cody Rhodes about what is to come in the last man standing match in Las Vegas, as John Cena reversal there. Reversal there by Randy Orton. Orton, he missed his timing there. John Cena with the reversal there. John Cena heading to the middle of the rope. Orton not having any bit of Cena's tactics here. And because he would like to ruin Cena since last night on Smackdown. Clothesline by Randy Orton. Reversal there by John Cena. John Cena, here we go. Suplex to the outside. Suplex to the outside. Has John Cena looking to get Randy Orton back in the ring. He does successfully. And Orton, what could be on his mind? Uh-oh, here we go, STF time. Oh, Orton, he fights out the STF. Because that was what Cena had in his World Heavyweight title defense. Uh-oh, John Cena reverses the RKO. And he missed with a drop kick. Orton to capitalize with an upset to give John Cena a bad goodbye to the Smackdown brand. A drop kick connects. What is on John Cena's mind here? Uh-oh. Orton with a reversal there. Another loop press connect. Has it been... Oh, Randy Orton blocked whatever Cena had in mind. Another clothesline connects. Uh-oh. Randy Orton gonna go for the pin. Another kick out. Near falls in this match is going crazy as hell. And of course John Cena wants a good send by. Uh-oh. We could be looking at John Cena getting an RKO on his way out. Uh-oh. Cena reverses. Body slam connects. As John Cena is trying to prevent Orton from walking away with the win. Uh-oh. Orton reverses. What's Cena had in mind? A power slam connects. Kick out at one. Another drop kick reverse. As Orton's doing everything to send a message to Cody Rhodes heading into the WrestleMania match. Orton with a pin. Kick out. Another kick out. How is John Cena fighting through everything Orton's putting him through in this matchup tonight? That was a terrible looking stunner. And of course, Orton's pretty much dominating him throughout most of the match here. Orton is making a promise about what his Cody Rhodes going to be for at WrestleMania. Uh-oh, John Cena! Could we be looking at it? RKO connects! Will this be it for John? Win. Has Orton looking to punish Cena more often. Uh-oh! John Cena going for the bear hug! As John Cena's going to have to figure out how to make Orton lose. Springboard Stunner there. As here we go with 5-knuckle shuffle again. 5-knuckle shuffle connects. John Cena, uh-oh, Randy Orton reverses again. He doesn't, you can tell, he doesn't want to tap out before WrestleMania. Uh-oh, John Cena reverses again. Another springboard stunner connects. Uh-oh, he's got it now. This could be the time where Orton could pass out. And it does as John Cena beats Randy Orton in his final not only his final SmackDown appearance, but the final match of WWE 2K25. Great main event here, as we all thought Orton was going to get the job done, but Cena, of course, got the best out of Orton, considering Orton dominated most of the match. John Cena stands tall on the final Smackdown of WWE 2K25 and spanking off for an incredible ride we've had in 2K25 as we are now ready for a new season, starting with March 14th and March 15th at WrestleMania. As ladies and gentlemen, good night everybody as John Cena stands tall in its final Smackdown. Good night everybody!